Hi there, it's Tracy here from the Papercraft Studio. Thank you for joining me today. So I'm going to show you how to make this super cute little desk calendar, desk organizer. It'll be perfect for you to pop your post-it notes in. I've designed it so that it's just the right shape for that. In this one, the square ones, you can pop your pens in this one, your scissors, your snips. And it's going to look great on your desk. And how cute. It's one of my favorite sweets in the catalogue. So let me show you here. It's called Rain or Shine, pages 50 and 51 in the new mini catalogue. And as well as these fabulous papers, this one goes top to bottom, flowers to sky. Here, I just have to share these with you because not only are these little creatures fabulous, but can you see that shine on them? So this is on the papers. So on the B side you have like a matte, but on here, look at these amazing raindrops and the shimmer on the it's so cool. This kind of funky one on the back, I might not use that, but I love these. More little critters on here, little pig, little dog, another tortoise. On the back, cute raindrops. This one again, a shimmery, kind of moodier sky. Love that on the back. And then I'm just going to say I love all of it because I do. Love, 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 love these umbrellas. Can you see how they're shining there? And on the B side, I'm not a massive fan normally of kind of yellows and oranges, but I just love that. So I think that's all of them because I've got more than one pack here. In fact, I bought 4 because I love it so much. So yeah, so you can see here these great little paper, well, big papers, 12 by 12. There's an embossing folder with rain on here, and then these super cute stamp set with these little fellas on here. And you also can get die, so this can come as a bundle, and this bundle will entitle you to choose a free celebration item if you order before the end of February through me. So these pieces here that I've got some washi on, they cut out those little these little chaps in the paper, but also when you stamp them. So it's kind of like, not only do you get these that will cut out the paper, so you get the shiny version, but you can stamp them, color them how you like, and you can still cut them out with these. But you also get, you know, kite, the little bows for the kites, butterflies, clouds. The clouds are sparkly, well, kind of shimmery. You get umbrella, grasses, you get a little bridge, tree stump. So I honestly love, love, love this set, and these cute little flowers here, which I've included in my project. So I cannot rave enough about this. This is one that I absolutely know I had to get. So can you see there the clouds are shimmering as well? So enough about me saying how much I love it. Let me go ahead and tell you the supplies you need. So you need a piece of thick basic white cardstock, and this measures 8 1/4 inches by 5.5. You need 2 pieces of regular white basic white cardstock. This one measures 6.5 inches by 3. This one measures 7.5 inches by 2. So I don't know if you saw my post recently on Instagram, but I had loads and loads of scribbly notes, numbers on my grid, loads of boxes like this, prototypes, because it takes me a little while to work out measurements, but you know, we get there in the end. You need a piece of Mango Melody, or you could use Balmy Blue or Old Olive, because that's all in the papers, to go behind this calendar here. And for my calendars, I got these from Amazon. So wherever you order your calendars from, you need to, so I've got, you know, a pack here because I was doing it in class, but wherever you order your calendars from, measure this piece afterwards so that it gives you a border. So for my particular calendars that I measured, that I ordered from Amazon, this piece measures 3 1/8 by 1 7/8. But get your calendars first and then see how, because they come in different sizes. So just check you have the right size. You need a piece of early espresso to cut the bridge, and you need a piece of soft suede to cut the little tree stump under here. I've cut this designer series paper, so the clouds I've cut at 5 3/8 by 1 5/8 You also need some of the sky grass kind of designer series paper. I've kind of used all my grass in class, but it's fine because I'm quite happy. You see here I've got kind of the grass version that goes further down onto this, but I've got some going up into the sky, so I'm quite happy to use this as well. So this piece, we're going to cut them individually in a minute, but the whole area here, you need to cut a piece from this designer series paper which measures 5 1/4 inches this way by 2 3/8 this way, and then I'll tell you how to cut those in a second. I think that's it. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you how to score. So on the biggest piece here, so this is for the base, so it's going to stand with this little V here. That's how it stands up, so that's all that piece there. Let's pop that there. So I'm going to get my Simply Scored score tool in, and I'm going to score. Gosh, there's not a lot of room here on my desk. There's so much here, sorry about that, kind of clattering around. So we're going to score on the long side at 4 1/4, at 5 3/4 inches, these all are, and at 7 3/4. I'm just going to do all the scoring while I've got the scoreboard. So on this piece here, this is the 6 1/2 by 3. So this is one of the pockets. We're going to score at 1/2 inch, at 3, at 3 1/2, and at 6, and then turn it to this side, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch. And then on the sort of skinnier, longer pocket, so this is the 7 1/2 by 2 inches, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, at 3 1/2, at 4, and then at 7 on the long side, and then turn it to the short side, and you're going to score, a bit trickier this one, at 1/2 inch down here. So that's all your scoring done. Okay, so let's work on the base first. Now I'm using this punch here, which I've been searching around for the mini catalogue that's just retired, the kind of autumn winter one, and but I know this punch has carried over, so it's a trio. It's kind of like a detailed trio punch, and I'm using this little fancy one here. So I'm having it this way round because there's a way to do this. On my original one, let me just show you here. You see this bit here is rounded, and this is pointed here, but I've got the opposite here. This is pointed and this is rounded, so it wasn't even. So I realized actually you have to flip it to get the same. So I'm going to have them both coming in this direction, and what you need to do with these punches is check that your cardstock lines up with both of these guides here. Okay, so actually let's fold this first. So on this one here, we're going to fold it almost in half. So on with the biggest section there, you're just going to fold at that score line. Let's give it a burnish. On this next little one here, quite a small one, you're going to fold it back on itself. Give it a burnish. The next one, you're folding back on itself again. So you've just created that mountain valley mountain fold there. So this is what we've got so far, and this last one here is going to tuck in behind, so it's going to tuck in there. I'll give that a little burnish as well. So that's what's going to hold it all together when we stick that one down. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some tape along this folded edge here. So tape or glue, whichever you prefer. Mine got attached to I think my scissors earlier, so I've got a piece here that's just come off on its own. So just to show you again here, so these are the pieces you folded. This one you folded in, and when you take the backing off this one, it's going to all lie flat like that. So you're just going to take the backing off, have it all squidged up together, and that's just going to go flat like that. Okay, so that's how it's going to stick. So let me take the backing off here. Can't find one of my tools, so I'm just going to use my snips here to get the backing. Okay, so like I say, have it all folded flat. This one's folded over, and you literally just fold it down like that. I try and design things so you can just do it flat, and that's done. Okay, so that's how it's going to stand up. So this is your front with, you know, this is joined at the back. This is your front. So with this little corner piece here, you don't have to do this to the corners, by the way, or you might have a different corner punch. This is what I want to do. So I'm going to make sure it's lined up with this edge and this edge. With these punches, you need to press it in the middle to get an even punch. And then I'm going to flip it over. So I've now got this still at the top, but on the rear side, and I'm going to pop that back in and punch that down. So I've now got both of these curved bits on this bit and both the pointy bits up here. And then I'm going to do the same on my cloud piece. So this is the top of my cloud on the right side. So I'm going to put it in first, making sure I'm up to both of these guides. And then I'm going to flip it over. So I'm on the B side of the paper, line it up and press that again. So now when we come to stick that on a bit later, they're going to line up beautifully. Am I still in shot? Beautifully. And look really pretty on your calendar organizer. So let me go ahead and actually show you how. No, let's make the boxes next. So these are the same. You're making both of the boxes exactly the same. So fold on all of these score lines and give them a little burnish. We'll just do one at a time for now. And this little long one along the bottom. And then what we're going to do on this side over here, well, actually it doesn't matter which side, one of the sides, because they're the same. You're just going to cut up this score line to the first score line and cut across to cut out this little square at the bottom. Okay. If you have this in a kit from me, you'll have some scribbles on here, so it will show you where to cut essentially. So you can just follow the scribbles just to make it easier. Turn it round, and on this section here that's left, you're just going to do a little flower pot at either end like that. Okay, that's what we have so far. And then on each of these score lines, you're going to cut up the score line here to the next one. And then you're going to come back and do flower pots. That's my little name for them. If you've seen my videos before, you know what I mean. So you're going to come in slightly at the bottom and cut up into that corner. So you're just taking that little slither off there on both sides. And you're going to do that on these middle sections as well. So they end up, the reason I call them flower pots is they do end up looking like, if I fold that one, little flower pots. Hence the name. But I think other people say notching in, whatever, but that's how I do it. So let me get a piece of paper underneath so you can see that's what you're looking for. Let me just see, I've got a kit here, so I could actually let you just take a photo here. So I've scribbled out the pieces. Are they going to show there? Oh, is my camera gone really dark there? I've scribbled out the pieces, little notch there, that one, either side. So take a quick screenshot of that, and that's the same on both of the pockets. Okay, I'm going to put that back in the kit before somebody doesn't get their pockets. Okay, so and you're going to do the same on this one as well. So I'm going to fold this and then be right back. Okay, so let's work on this one again. On this, and let me bring in something to put under it so you can see where we're going. Okay, so you can see we've got a section here where we've taken out the bottom corner. We're going to put tape on this side here. So flip it over, and it's going to be this folded side. So on the side that we've cut the corner out, you're going to put some tape there. And then also on this next piece over, but on the other side. So this is on this folded side, flip it back, and this is on this side. Okay, so that on the end there, this on the next one over here. And do that on both pieces here. I'll just stuck my tape to that one. So that piece there, so essentially that's the one that's going to fold in. And then on the other side, on this long piece here. Okay, so they're on opposite sides. And then what you're going to do, don't peel this long piece off yet. You could of course do this with glue. If you're doing it with glue, only do this section for now. And what you're going to do is, that's going to fold over. This whole section here is going to fold over and stick to that. Okay, so that's why we don't want to take this other piece of tape up under here first. So have this folded over. Do you know, I need to find my little tool. Where did it go? Let's use this take a pick tool. So I'm going to take this backing off of this short side. So this is folded over. I'm going to fold this whole section over to here, and that's that piece created. And then I'm going to fold in the 2 small tabs, the one without tape, and then this last one with tape. We're going to take that off and it's going to stick to there. So just be aware that this can wiggle, so line it up as straight as you can on there. So I'm just going to take this piece of tape off. If you don't do the flower pots, you won't get this kind of wiggly bit, but it just stops them kind of showing over the side. And then you just pick the one that you like best to be in the front. Okay, so again, I'm leaving that bit of tape on, I'm folding that one over and taking this off of the other pocket. And then I'm going to fold this whole section over to stick there. Pop the 2 little tabs in, then that one, and then take the the tape off of this one and fold that over there. So those are your little boxes here, your little pockets. Okay, you can decorate them at this stage, but I prefer to stick them on. So I'm going to bring this base back in, and this is the front, the bit that doesn't have the join, that's your front here. And then this pocket's going to go here. Like I say, choose which side you like the best. You probably want your joins facing the back if possible. I haven't quite creased mine quite as well, but you'll do yours better. I'm sure I must have missed a crease. And they fit pretty much end to end here. Now, if they don't, one might go over the end slightly, but really don't worry about that. Okay, so that's how they're going to sit. So on your first box, pop some glue on the back, and I'm using liquid glue here just so that I can slide it around. And you want to line it up with this base and this side here. So make sure you've got your little hole at the top, and you're just going to line it up with the bottom of the cardstock and the side, and then just use your bone folder to just stick it down in place. Make sure it doesn't move first. Out there. So use your bone folder to secure that in place there. So that's one pocket on, and then with this one it's going to butt up against it, but also kind of join here. So I'm going to put some glue on this side piece here, but also on the back, and then you're just going to push them together. I would pop this one down first, and then also push these middle bits together. They don't have to really stick securely, but it just, you know, it looks quite nice if they do. But to be honest, most of it's covered with that calendar. Okay, so you can take your time letting that dry. So let me go ahead and show you now how I cut the designer series paper. Okay, so like I said, you need a piece of cardstock, a piece of designer series paper for these pockets here, that measures 5 1/4, and let's do this way first, 2 3/8. We don't want to waste that. 2 3/8. So 2 3/8 high by, I'm going to do this end because it's more green. Excuse me, 5 1/4 wide. Okay, so that's what you start with. And then this left hand box here, so the bigger box, you're going to cut again at 2 3/8. So that then becomes a square. And then this next one, you're going to spin round so that the bottom's facing that way. And you're going to use this piece over here, which is your 1 3/8. So there's the 1 inch, 1 1/8, 1 1/4, 1 3/8. So you're going to line the bottom up with the 1 3/8 over here. Am I still in shot? Yeah. And just cut that piece. And then it all follows a nice shape. Okay. Like I say, you can choose any part of the designer series paper, or you can use other designer series paper to do this, obviously. So this bit's going to stick on there. Again, I've just used glue for all of these. And there'll be a slight border all the way around. You could stick these on, like I say before, you stick the pockets on, but I just want to get them all kind of stuck in place first. And then this piece follows on from that pattern. I always try and have the patterns following suit, even if I'm doing this in class, even if it means I have to separate all the pieces out for them. Make sure you get it up the right way. Because, you know, details matter. And then we'll stick the sky on next, I think. And the reason I didn't stick this on before is depending on how your pockets stick on, it might go right up to the pocket. So concentrate on the little border you've got on those three sides. Don't worry about the bit along the bottom because it will fit. You just might not have the same border. But I'd rather have the neat border at the top and the sides so that it looks like we've cut it kind of purposefully. Is that word? Purposefully? Purposely? Yeah, you know what I mean, on purpose. That needs to tuck behind there, so we're going to slide that down a little bit. And can you see what I mean? There's the box isn't quite it's not really paintball and sliding now, but the box is quite high up to there. Okay, and then this last little piece here we're going to put in this gap, but showing kind of like sitting at the same height as this other one, so you won't really have a gap there. Actually, I'm going to move mine down a little bit here. There, okay. So cute. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. So I've actually cut the bridge out. So this is one of the dies. So like I said, you need a scrap. I've cut the bridge, and I've also cut from a piece of soft suede the little tree stump, but it's got so much detail on there. I don't know what the light's doing at the moment. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Okay, so I stuck the bridge on first with just little dots of glue in the corners, just where there's a wider piece, and I kind of lined up the middle of the bridge with the middle of this join, but you pop it on however you want. I'm going to move mine over a little bit, I think. This glue's drying super quick tonight. Okay, so about there. Cute, cute, cute. And if you don't want these little critters, you don't have to put them on. You could put, you know, the tree stump, little grasses on there. It's entirely up to you. So a dimensional on the back of the tree stump. Let's get those off. I just popped that down here, and then you can choose whichever little critter you want to choose. So for the class, I had some different ones cut. A lot of them went for the tortoise. So we've got the fox. I've obviously got the little rabbit on this one, so let's put the fox on this one. The little rabbit comes in different colours as well. Should I put Foxy on here? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down the bottom here because he's actually not going to attach to too much. You could always pop some dimensionals. Let's pop a dimensional under his umbrella actually, because he's a bit bigger. But these little creatures are so cute. I love them. In case you were in any doubt, I haven't mentioned it. Okay, so nearly there. I'm just going to mount the calendar onto my Mango Melody piece of cardstock. Like I say, just find your calendars first. I got mine on Amazon. You can buy them in smaller packs. I bought mine in a pack of 50 because I've got a lot of class ladies, but you know, you don't have to buy that many. And just bear in mind, when you're sticking this on here, you don't want to put glue in this top right corner because it's not actually sticking to anything. So just have some glue, or you could use dimensionals on this bit, and you could choose, you could have it, you know, diagonally, however you want, but I just wanted to pop it on this section here. Pop your hand inside inside the pockets just to give you something to press against. And then these, I just wanted to use them because they're in the suite, these cute little flowers. So I knocked my lamp, it looks a bit dark. Hopefully you can see all this okay. So you get loads of these. I think it's, I don't know, 200, 300, I'm not sure. They're not adhesive on the back, so you can either use rolled up glue dots, or you could use a little bit of glue. I'm pretty sure they're the same on both sides, so I'm just going to put a dot of glue on each of these. It's a little trio, but these can, you know, be used to enhance all sorts of projects. And I'm just going to pick that up. So I'm going to put one here, this one, and really pop them where you want. But how cute are they? So there we have it. This is my desk calendar organizer for this year, for 2022, using this really cute suite here. So I hope you've enjoyed making this. Take care. See you soon. Bye.